Do you want to help me with a commentary for this video?
What does that mean?
Means we're going to do like a talking over the video.
Well, you should, because I didn't do anything.
You didn't do any of this work?
No.
You are in it later though. These are the pine trees out in the front yard that Dad and I decided to trim up. It was quite the discussion on if we should do it or not. Yeah. Do you like them better now that they're trimmed up, or did you like them better when they went to the ground?
I like them better when they went to the ground.
Were you going to volunteer and go under there and pull all the weeds for me? There were a bunch of thistle growing around the edges, and then there were weed trees growing up.
I like them going all the way down because then they're easier to climb because the branches go so low.
I see. Can you still climb it now?
Probably. I would only need I wouldn't need a big step stool. I would only need one little step.
There's little nubbies left on there. You might be able to use those.
Yeah,
Did you try?
No.
Oh, did you know that Dad the kids, Dad's generation planted those? Grandma claims those trees are from a Mother's Day gift, and Grandpa swears they came in a McDonald's Happy Meal as the quote-unquote toy. So there's a big debate on where these pine trees came from, but they were planted when your dad was a little boy.
It was definitely not from a Happy Meal.
You don't think so?
No.
I've never heard of McDonald's handing out anything alive either, so I might have to agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
But you see all the little weeds down there?
Yep.
Those grow to be big weeds. So were you willing to crawl under the bottom branches that rested on the ground to... No? No, that's why we trimmed them up, so we can keep it cleaner. But it is still a lot of work.
Oh, thank you guys for leaving the little stubs, not cutting it all the way to the tree.
Well, you can't cut it all the way to the tree because that's how the tree heals itself. If you cut into that collar, it makes it a lot harder for the tree to heal. Do you know what I'm doing here?
No.
You're trying to do a low voice? Are you trying to imitate that you're like Dad doing this with me, or what?
No.
Okay, so what am I doing here?
You're raping.
Yeah, this is spring cleanup of the side yard where the dogs all go out. So all of the dog mess of the sticks and poop, and then the leaves from the trees. That's that trunk right there is from a tree that your great grandma Zedler planted. It's an oak tree. I think there's 2 oak trees out there actually. There's a bunch of acorns on the ground too that I had to rake up.
No,
This is my least favorite area to clean though because of all the dog poop. Yeah. You could have been making money if you wanted to pick up the dog food poop, but apparently you didn't want to do that. On to trimming the hydrangeas. These were one of the very first landscaping plants we put in when we started the venue, when Lisa and I went down to Miners in Milwaukee to buy the plants. These hydrangeas the pots were sitting like a foot of water, so you definitely cannot overwater hydrangeas. We do the best we can with the soaker hoses to keep them hydrated. These ones along the split rail fence get full sun, so days and times like now when it's just not raining, we gotta supplement their water. Oh, and here's another fun job of edging. It is so satisfying though when it is all done and there's a nice crisp line between the grass and the mulch. Do you remember this day?
Yes.
What was going on this day?
We were cleaning the
Teardrop.
The teardrop.
Oh, there you are. I see you running through. It was like the first really hot day.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was the second.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I came out with your super soaker and wanted to spray Dad really bad.
Yeah.
And this is my favorite time of spring. We get some color back around the farm. Huge shout out to Dutch Touch, the nursery right down the road. Family owned nursery. They donated 35% of their Dutch Touch buck sales to Tharissa Elementary School, where Bodhi and their kids go to school. This is the first season that we are using a mulch dye. It's a Mulchworks dye for freshening up our mulch. Last year we got 2 loads of mulch. I don't even remember how many yards that was, spreading that all around the farm. But this year we don't need as much mulch, so I pulled it all together that's there and sprayed what was already remaining. And then I added some more mulch around the edges. Per the directions, you're supposed to spray whatever you don't want dyed with water first. And then if you do get anything on it, you're supposed to rinse it off right away. Super happy with the results of what this does, though, and saves us work and money. So you can watch a little bit of cleaning up. Just one tiny flower bed is a ton of work. Definitely. Oh, you can see those little weeds yet there. I'm going to clean those up in a second in the video. I don't think people realize how much it takes to keep that gravel looking the way that it does. The gravel was so dry when I was trying to scrape these. I couldn't even get the stirrup hoe under the weed roots to scrape them up. It was terrible.
That's why you
So
sprayed?
that is why I spray in this. But the mulch runs over the rocks, so you gotta clean all that up and pick up all the weeds. We do spray for the weeds, but the spring was not warm enough, and you have to have it, like, the wind has to be so low so you're not spraying, like getting an overspray on the grass. So I just couldn't find the right weather days to spray the weeds early enough to get ahead of these. So I have to spray whatever pops up, and then hopefully it works from preventing the seeds from germinating. So we don't have to do this every single week. Oh, moving on to the next. And that's you. So easy, an 8-year-old can do it. You could see what a difference the dye was making. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
The side by side. Gophers! Gophers, no gophers.
Bad.
Here we are moving a little shed to get ready for the sheep, and Marty's not very happy about losing his bachelor pad.
He was being stubborn as a mule.
He's a
He's not a mule. He's
He is
a
a
donkey. You're gonna be just
A pain in
fine. You
the
got a
ass.
luxury building right there. You consoling him?
What?
Are you consoling him?
What does that even mean?
Making him feel better?
Yeah.
All right, back to eating his buffet.
No,
Shepherd Matt.
no,
Are you excited?
not a shepherd.
You are. You're gonna be today.
Yes, I'm excited. It's going to be nice to have more animals around.
You'll feel better when you
The
said the
transportation part is
done.
done. It's
And they're
more
all
fun.
settled in at home. Aw, baby Sylvia. She still had to stay with her mom at Baby Doll Acres until mid-July. But there's Bud.
We're learning new skills, learning how to handle these guys. Fun to learn something new. Sheep are new to me, so all new skill set to learn.
their first time out on pasture. Well, Bud's first time on pasture. She said that he was never on pasture at Baby Doll Acres, but Iris is an old pro. He thinks it's pretty tasty. And there is Whiter checking out Iris.
Goat's not very happy.
He's just curious. I think he's just curious. These look so much better now.
They do. It's nice to get them touched up.
This is our fourth year. Yeah, this is our fourth wedding season. So these guys have been built for 5 years. It's time for a freshening up. Last year I attempted to do this with a brush and it took me hours to just get 2 sides done. So this year I am going to be spraying them, and I think you can see it does a marvelous job.
A rough winter. The old arbor fell over, so something new had to be done. Here I am burying some special rocks.
This is how you know
because
when
my
it's
wife
true
didn't
love.
think there were enough rocks out there.
They weren't the right rocks.
Not the right
But you
rocks.
already
These are
dug
the right
2
rocks.
holes. These are the right rocks. Yesterday, rose quartz and Amazonite. I do love you for doing it.
You're welcome.
Mom's recording that, right, Dad?
Harmony and love.
That makes sense how you put it. It makes sense.
Doesn't it make sense?
Yeah. It's a wedding venue.
In all fairness, mowing is definitely an all-season job, but here's my partner in crime, Matt's mom, Debbie. We mow about 8 acres every week between the church, the farm, and her house. Send a boy do a man's job.
I think I could do better than that.
You think you could? No, I took this video because he's just being a kid, and that's one of the things we're working on this summer is bringing more fun, more fun into our work. And you might have a goofy, laid-back perspective of fun, but I just love watching him be a kid here. He's definitely drenching those flowers now, though.
Much.
Yeah.
They survive.
Yeah, they're doing great. They look really good.
We actually got invited to someone else's wedding at a different venue this year. They have blacktop and we want it.
We want it. Oh, it does. The gravel makes us rustic, we've been told. But man, I have serious blacktop envy looking at that. Did you ever think we'd have blacktop envy?
Never.
Oh,
I wish I could work at this speed all the time.
I know, right?
Get so much more done.
I think that when I watch him too. I think I was cleaning up the gravel at the same time you were doing this.
Yes, you were. You were around the corner.
Well, that's efficient.
Yeah.
5 per load. Once all the work was done and everything was set up, we had Katie from Red Plum coming out to take pictures of our beautiful farm for our website. Oh man, I remember how I was like adamant that I wore some work clothes.
Yes, I had to.
I'm like, I'm not just gonna wear a dress.
I have to look like how I work.
I have to be who I am. Yeah, she was a good sport, and then she's like, okay, time to change into a dress.
All right. Fancy clothes time.
Fancy clothes it is. But she did such a good job. We just have those sneak peeks we showing you here, but I am so looking forward to them. She had the drone up there. She got so many great angles. So
It'll be exciting to see the new pictures.
Yeah.
How they all look.
How we can integrate it into the website to give people a better feel of
What it
our
actually looks like here.
Yeah, our specific venue. I'm excited about that. I always love when the curtains go up because that means wedding season's beginning.
It's an interesting skill that I thought I would never have to master.
Hey, we've gotten really good at it though. We've got
to do it very quickly now. Yes.
I used to take me like an hour per curtain. I don't know what it takes me now, but in this time elapse, it's probably going to take me 30 seconds. So maybe less. So then all the work is done, and what is the thing that we decide to do to celebrate? We couldn't wait to pull the electric fence out between the rock wall and the back hill. We took that fence out because we are going to be extending access to our farm back there. We are working with the NRCS on their pollinator program, and I also plan on applying to Xerces. They have pollinator kits that I can apply for in February and put in next June. Thanks for watching, and now that I figured out how to put these videos together, maybe we'll make another one.